everyone, this is Eileen from Eileen Stuffs, and today we are going to be working our budget for our February 1st paycheck. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and if you are returning, welcome back. I am a cash budgeter and stuffer here on YouTube, and I am working on paying off debt as well as building up an emergency and sinking funds. So if that is something that interests you and you haven't already, please consider subscribing below. So I hate to sound like a broken record with these budget videos, but this is another super low paycheck. I was just wanted to cry when I saw it. This one includes Christmas, the period of Christmas where I lose pretty much the most work out of any paycheck. It's really low and it's just going to be super tight. I think on the plus side is I'm working my way through all the hard periods, so my check should start looking a little bit better over the next few ones, but this is going to be rough. There's not going to be much money. I'm kind of dreading this, but I got to get it done because I got to pay the bills, and yeah. I do have my breakdown here. We're just going to jump right into it. Meanwhile, as always, I will go ahead and zoom in. So today is the first, literally the first today. I got paid today, and my paycheck was $1,584. I also have my check from my ex because he still lives in the house. His part of the bills was $952.96. And I did have rollover. I'm going to first add the incomes together. We have 1,584 plus 952.96. I just dropped my paper, that went flying. So that's a total of $2,536.96. I do have rollover in the bank of $109.25, and that was actually more. It was close to $160, but I really was just like so out of food that I had to get something today just to hold me over until I could go to the bank and get out cash. Did end up spending like $45 at the grocery store today, which included stuff I needed for therapy and then just a few things to get me by for breakfast tomorrow and all that. So it did bring my rollover down to $109.25, but I do have to think about taxes. So I think I'm going to be taking out a painfully low amount for taxes. So taxes on 1,584. 10% is really 150, and I don't think I can take out anymore. I think I'm just going to have to stick to 150 just to get by. I don't want to make the same mistake I made last time where I made a mess with my income section. I'm going to do it down here. We have 1,584 minus 150. Let's see what that leaves us. That leaves me $1,434 for my paycheck, plus I'm going to go ahead and throw back in my ex's check because that is going to get included. And that brings me up to $2,386.96, plus I have my rollover of $109.25. So that gives me a total budget that we're working with of $2,496.21. Let me just double check my numbers real quick because this is still kind of new. I used to do it totally different with the old budget books. So let me just double check and make sure all is good, and I'll be right back. All right, we are good. That is what we are working with. So let's go move to the budget. So we are starting out with, and this is our 2-1 side. Move this. So we have $2,496.21. First thing right off the bat is rent, which I really need to go pay tonight after I do this video. After rent, that brings me, sorry, I stopped because I was like, wow, okay. Okay, that brings me down to $1,025.80. Electric bill. So the electric bill, the gas bill were super high. I think it's because we're like in the winter time. It's using the heater more, but these bills have skyrocketed. So that always happens this time of the year. But now that I'm a cash budgeter and stuffer, I am going to make a point to stash money for this time next year. Use my secret stash envelope. I was thinking about this. I could just start stashing in my secret stash. Obviously not this paycheck, but once my paychecks get better, I'm going to start stashing money each paycheck to help me with this time. So this time next year isn't as tough because this year it's a little tough. All right, so we paid our electric. That brings us down to $912.32. Have our gas bill. Super huge. That brings us down to $713.37. We have water. And that one's kind of okay. It's kind of normal. $635.32. Internet we don't pay with this paycheck. My phone bill is $121.85. That brings me down to $513.47. My health insurance is $50.70. Which brings me down to $462.77. I have one credit card I have to pay for $32.77, and then I have a student loan, which is $86.50. So that brings me down to $346.27, and then my violin rental. So we're down to $313.27. I really wanted to put something in my debt snowball. I think just to start the habit, I'm just going to do 10. Just get me in the routine, and I'm just going to do what I can because this is an extra payment. I'm paying 3 times a month, so this is really an extra, and 10's fine. So I have $303.27. I don't think I have any of these easy pays. I did want to save money for gas. My car has halfway between a quarter and a half a tank, so I have it okay. But I do think I'll probably end up needing gas in 2 weeks, but I'm not sure. I don't really need gas right now. I think I will set aside $25 for gas just in case, because that would definitely be enough to get me through the 15th paycheck. And I have to take out the $22.50 that is actually part of my ex's part of the internet. So once I minus $22.50, that's brings me down to $255.77. This is super low. In my head, I'm telling myself, okay, I have money in my emergency fund just in case. I do have my tax money sitting in my business account just in case. I don't want to use that, but that's kind of where my brain's going right now. My brain also went to, I do have a credit card just in case, but I'm really trying not to do that stuff. And as I've said in other videos, the beauty about a budget per paycheck is it only is for that paycheck. The new paycheck is a fresh start. I'm looking at a really small amount of money to cover me for the next 2 weeks. And really, it's going to come down to just having money for food at this point, as well as trying to keep something in the bank for miscellaneous. I think because I did spend almost $50 today on food, that will pretty much cover me for probably for the rest of this week. And then I'd have next week. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take out cash of going back and forth between 100 and 125. I did want to put some money in savings, but honestly, the savings money might have to come out of next paycheck, which is totally fine. Let's just say 125 to be safe. And then that leaves me with 130 in the bank. So again, that will cover anything that I kind of forgot, or maybe I do run out of food like the day before and I have 130 in there. Maybe something happens. Maybe I run out of toilet paper, just all those little things that tend to happen. But that is what we're looking at. So I'm having feelings right now, but we're going to be okay. All right, guys, I don't really think there's any reason to, I'm not going to do a denomination. I'm just going to take out, you know what I just realized? I can't take out a 5. I think I'll just switch it to 120, and then I'll leave in the bank 135. And then again, that's like my miscellaneous line on my budget that covers anything that I didn't cover. I just end up using in each budget. I like to have it there, and that's what does become my rollover. In case you're new to my channel and you didn't know that. So the rollover would be any of that leftover money that I kept in the bank, and then I roll it over to my next budget. Honestly, just gonna go to the ATM and withdraw 120, so I don't need to do a denomination sheet or anything. And that is going to be it. All right, you guys. So I'm gonna stop here, and we are just going to keep on trucking, and yeah, hopefully, I think there's a light at the end of the tunnel here with the really bad holiday paychecks. If you don't know, my paychecks are about a month behind. So right now I'm basically getting paid for December. December is like holiday time. So it's just losing. It's just not working, losing work. And since I'm a contractor, I don't get paid any vacation pay. So I just kind of have to eat the loss of money. That's what's going on here. Wait, I hope you guys like this one. Short and sweet. I long for the day I can start doing my sinking funds again. I really miss my budgeting where I had extra cash, break it up in the sinking funds and do the denomination page. It always made me feel good, like I was like doing stuff with my money. But I think I'm just in this state of I'm just grateful that I have the money that I need to pay the bills that I have to pay, and I can buy food, and that is okay for 2 weeks. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.